This program, he can be seen tomorrow night in person at the Front Row Theater in Cleveland, Ohio. Please say hello to the hardest working man in comedy, Jay Leno. See you.
This is unbelievable.
Always nice to see you. What do you got there?
Oh, I'm in this. You know, these breakfast food companies, they jump on the latest fad. They jump on the hottest. Was it 2 years ago they had that Cabbage Patch cereal and the Mr. T granola bar thing? Look at this thing. Just came out of the Gaddafi, the Barbarian breakfast flakes. Have you seen these here? Kind of a snap, crackle, boom kind of thing. I don't know.
Gaddafi, the Barbarian.
Flakes, yeah. Here's something. Again, what are we, barely 2 weeks into the new year, huh? Hollywood's starting the new writers, a lot of new scripts, new people being brought in, new television shows, new movie of the week, David, read it. I can't read it, just read it. It's true. In the
Ann Jillian's news is that she'll tell that she'll star in a Warner TV movie as twin sisters, one evil, one good, of course.
Kind of a switch, huh?
The evil twin story again.
Yeah, it's a sad thing.
How you been? Did you have a nice holiday season?
Oh, boy, Christmas in L.A., huh? Yeah. Sitting around the pool, opening gifts. Hey, boy. Chestnuts roasting. A little more chlorine for the pool, honey. On an open fire. Jack Frost.
Did you get a lot of nice gifts?
Got a nice gift. My wife gave me a torque wrench.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, do you...
What do you do with the torque wrench?
What do you do with a torque wrench, Dave? Well, this is a tool that men use when they work on machines, Dave. How about you? What did you get? What did you get? The Bill Blast facial applicator? Did you get that, Dave? Or maybe the Calvin Klein manicure pedicure combination kit?
I didn't get any of that. I had a very nice Christmas myself.
I had a nice Christmas. My Christmas is always marred by all those tree people. You know those? You have them here in New York. These people, I can't figure out what nationality they are. It's some kind of Middle Eastern, Nordic, Italian, Swiss. You know, they sell Christmas trees every year. These fresh trees. Fresh tree! It's fresh tree! You know, the thing's got one pine needle on it. It looks like it came from the petrified forest. And, of course, the worst part, this is what I love about Christmas. I like to wash my car, polish it, drive it down to the lot so a couple of high school kids can strap a tree to the roof, huh? Gouge those door seals with that cheap hemp. Get on the freeway with 10,000 other guys who have trees on their cars. I'm sure the Russians are looking at this through a satellite. Looks like some kind of movable forest. Some kind of secret weapon or something.
Now, do you enjoy the holidays pretty well? Do you go through this holiday depression at all? You always hear people whining about holiday depression. I guess it's a serious problem.
It is a problem. Well, people say the same thing. You know, oh, we should keep the Christmas spirit year-round. The Christmas spirit doesn't even last until the day Christmas is over. I mean, look at the way you treat the tree. Remember the day you bought the tree? Oh, don't tie it too tight to the roof. Drive slow, so don't blow up. Plenty of water, a little sugar in the base. Don't make the screw too tight.
Keep it as fresh as you can.
Yeah, boy, the day after those gifts are open, get that fire trap out of here. I'll burn the house down with that stupid thing. When do you take yours down? New Year's Day, Johnny?
That's right, New Year's Day. It's family tradition. New Year's Day, we take it down while we watch the parade. Take it right down.
Well, that's what we do. My mother and my brother and I.
Jack does the commentary on the parade. We take the tree down.
Yeah.
It's a tradition at our house.
I guess it would be a tradition.
Get up early, watch the parade, take down the tree.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pad my part here a little.
You want to make it clear. But we would, New Year's Day, my mother and brother and I would take the ornaments, we put them away. My dad would take the tree, put it in the trunk of the car, wait till about, 10:30 at night, drive 2 blocks, throw it in our neighbor's yard, and get the hell out of there. Next day, our neighbor would trace that trail of pine needles down the street. Now, every year there'd be a fight, my mother in tears. You throw a tree in my yard? No, you didn't. Yes, you did. We're Shiites. We don't have a tree. Get the hell out of here. It was a horrible...
it's an ugly existence for a kid.
Finding out about Santa, that was the worst.
Now, how old were you when you learned the truth?
See, I was about 5 or 6, but I found out the worst way. You know, most kids find out about Santa from an older brother or sister.
Or they just kind of grow out of it.
Or the big kids at school, there's no Santa. You shut up! You know, that kind of gut-wrenching. Yeah. I remember my mom took me right here in New York to Macy's. They had Santa's workshop. They had the reindeer, the house, the whole thing. About 1,000 kids in line. I was the next kid. I was the next kid to talk to Santa. And that little girl elf comes out with the sign, you know, oh, Santa's gone to the North Pole. He'll be back at 1, you know. And I'm thinking, 1? Geez, I can't wait till 1. I remember I was crying and my mom's leaving me out. And then I figured, boy, you know, if I burst through the door, maybe I can grab Santa in his workshop before he goes to the North Pole, you know.
Sure, yeah.
I'd go bursting through some workshop. There's a little elf, her blouse is open. Santa's got her beard off. He's all over her. Santa!
Oh, my God. That's
horrible.
That's an ugly story,
It's an ugly
Jay.
thing for a
Oh, my
child.
God, that's terrible.
It's a terrible thing for a child.
Now, we gotta do a commercial here. Now, do you have, you know, yesterday was, of course, Elvis Presley's birthday. Do you have just a little? You do a great impression.
No, I don't do anything.
All right, well, think about it when we do the commercial. All right, we'll come back and maybe he'll do a little bit.
They may be faddish, but they're delicious.
Now, the band sounds great as always. Plus, we have Mr. Sanborn with us tonight.
I saw him.
Can you do just a little something for Elvis?
Actually, I saw one of my favorite Elvis films here, the Spin Out. You ever see this one?
Yeah.
This is one where Elvis is driving a Cobra, brand new Cobra. What's this worth? $100 grand now? Some girl in a Sprite cuts him off. Cobra goes in a ditch, is wiped out, because Elvis unharmed. He gets out, he says, so you don't go to tan your heart, little league. Like, you know. I think the insurance company would be happy with that settlement. But anyway.
That's it for Elvis? You don't want to do
No,
Elvis?
I don't do Elvis. You always do.
All right. He does it.
All right, hey, we'll turn the car around right now. You know, my dad would say that every summer. My brother and I'd be screaming in the backseat. My father would say, hey, we'll turn the car around right now. We'll go right back home. Go ahead, Dad. We're 19 states from home, 2,800 miles. Turn the car around, Pop. Teach me a lesson. Cancel the reservations. Lose your deposit. Go ahead, Pop. I dare you. But I saw something. Again, this is the most...
Holiday movies. Have you seen any holiday movies?
Holiday movies?
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, well, before we get to holiday movies,
I'm
this
sorry.
is even more depressing. I'm staying over here. I walk 8th Avenue. I see a porno shop. They have a sign that's been on the door, obviously for weeks. We'll be open all day Christmas Day. Can't we put this stuff away for one day? I mean, are there really people who wake up on Christmas morning going, geez, I'd like to buy some filthy magazines? Is there anything? There's one like that in L.A. There's one in L.A. When you drive, you've seen this, when you drive into the L.A. International Airport, you drive 100 yards out the airport, and the first thing you see is that huge sign. It says nudes from 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Imagine imagine going in there 7 a.m., some woman on the stage, nude, her hair in curly, she's cooking eggs. Billy, get on the bus stop, hey, your sister! Japanese tourist, his head in his egg.
Yeah.
But holiday movies.
Holiday movies, here we go.
Well, let's see. Interesting holiday. I don't know what holiday it's supposed to be. Rambo, Commando. I mean, it's like Armistice Day movies. But anyway, one of them, here's one, like Clue. This is interesting to watch American film-going habits. Here's a movie, Clue. This is one movie that had 3 completely different endings.
3 different theaters carrying the movie, each had a separate ending.
Each had a separate ending, yet the movie didn't do particularly well. On the other hand, you have a movie like Rocky. Here's 4 different movies that all have the same ending. You know, that's what Americans think. See, to me, the thing that annoys me, I mean, these movies are so violent. I mean, kids are immune at this point. Kids, they're so sophisticated. My wife and I are in the theater the other night. A 9-year-old kid sitting in front of us, by himself. Now, when I was 9, were you allowed to go to the movies?
Probably not, no.
My mother always say the same thing. I'll sit right behind you. No one will know me, your mother, unless you call attention to it. Yeah, what other 42-year-old woman's going to be hitting me in the back of the head? Anyway, my wife and I are watching the previews, the coming attractions, and it's another one of these slice and dice movies, people getting stabbed, and they have this scene, they show a cheerleader walking down the street, maniac comes up behind her with a chainsaw, cuts her head off, they show the head rolling down the street, the 9-year-old kid in front of me goes, no, that's fake. Fake, you're only 9, what do you want, real heads rolling in the street? Got in for $1.50. See, I think there's a correlation between these horrible sex crimes and these movies. I mean, people see things in these movies.
Seems like there might be, sure.
Well, I mean, we've always had sex crimes. I'm not being naive, but let's be honest. I mean, years ago, movies were pretty naive sexually. There wasn't a lot you could emulate.
Right.
I mean, you ever watch those old westerns where the meanest, roughest gang would ride into town? They'd kidnap the sheriff's daughter, they'd tie her to a pole, then all the men would line up and kiss her. Maybe the real demented guy go, like, stop it. You know, tough.
Jay, we have 30 seconds here. What's your beef? I know there's something you always want to get off your chest.
Well, but it takes longer than 30 seconds.
Try it.
Well, all right. This is not, now everybody does this. Now I think everybody sings when they're alone. Don't you sing in the elevator? You sing in the car, possibly? Except you, Robotron man. You don't do any of these things, do you? I think most people, most humanoids
Robotron.
sing. But see, it's interesting when you're alone. I mean, when you're in a crowd, you're walking down the street, you're trying to sing something hip, you know? I mean, you try to sing a Springsteen song or a Prince tune or something. But when you get alone, your mind will automatically revert to the lowest common denominator song possible. This happened to me the other day. I'm in Chicago. I'm late. I get in the elevator. I'm on the 13th floor. I don't see this guy standing in the corner. I just don't see him. You know, I get in the elevator. I press lobby. I think I'm by myself. You know, right away you start singing. You know. Oh, let me tell you a story about a man named Jed. Oh, how you doing? Yeah, I'll get off on 11. I'm gonna walk down.
Yeah.
Now, did you mention that I'll be in Montreal?
See, now when you're Robotron man, you don't make jerky mistakes like that.
That's right.
Now what? Is this plugged in?
No, I play other countries as well. I'm going to Canada.
Where's the list of his plugs? This is, you're going to be in Cleveland on, all we have here, Jay, is you're going to be in Cleveland.
The front row in Cleveland
Front row theater tomorrow.
Montreal Saturday, and then Bates College in Maine on Sunday.
Oh,
then I go to Chicago to shoot my special.
Are doing well for you. Okay. Jay Leno, ladies and gentlemen. We'll station that identification. We'll be right back.